If you thought the 1.7-inch prey bait was awesome, wait till you see the 1.7-inch whip wad. Woo, look at that guy. 12 cavity, single port, and yet it's got those special sprues so you can do laminates in this guy without having multiple ports. We are going to do a whole slew of colors. Gonna make some jig heads as well today, painted up with yet another double dazzle. Then we're gonna pair them up and see if we can't catch ourselves a crappie or two. First half cup of Plastisol. Yes, I usually do a full cup for these builds, but it's a small mold and we've got 3 different color sets to get through, so we're only going to do half cup per color today. The first one is going to be a laminate, top color, Lureworks Violet. This is a crazy thick pigment. 3, 4, 5. So I'm only going to 5 drops per that half cup. Thick and beautiful. Look at that. Woo. Gorgeous. To that, want to add a little bling bling. This is Holographic Purple by Barlow's 015. It's only a half cup, but I'm not going to be bashful. We're going with a full 16th, which at 015, 1/8 to a cup, that's kind of heavy, but I want it that way. Get that sparkle factor going on. Yeah. That looks good. I like the holographic here. It gives a little bit of character. Second half cup. This will be the belly color. And what goes better with a nice purple, little violet action than some Chartreuse? So that's what we're going with. Lureworks Chartreuse 108. Unlike the violet, this one is not thick. So we're going to go with a full, like 15 drops. There we go. Yeah. I'm digging that. And even still, see how you can almost see the stir as I put it down through, even at 15 drops. Still pretty translucent, but I think that's going to hold up well against our top. To that, I do want to add a little bling bling, as we said. So this one's going to be 015 holographic silver, and in like fashion, a full 16th. 4-ounce into dual injector. These are actually 4-ounce tubes from my 4-ounce triple, but all of this hardware, right, everything that makes the dual, it's interchangeable. So took apart my 8-ounce, stuck a couple of 4-ouncers in there, and we are good to go. Definitely don't need as big of injectors for this mold. Go. And as I mentioned before, single port. One shot for a dual. There's a plate that's in the middle, and the way that the sprues are created, it takes the left color, which would be in our case the back or the top, and twists it to make it the top, and it takes the belly color, twists it to make it the belly. It's pretty dang sweet. Alright, we are cooled off. Let me show you what I was talking about with that sprue design. Let's check these bad boys out. Oh yes. Oh, such an awesome mold. Look at that. Oh man. Looks like the top got a little bit more purple, a little bit more, well, that one's alright. A little bit more violet than the others, but the rest of them, golly, that's just about perfect. I love how the lamination goes into the tail, and look at the tool paths. It's all of the same level of detail that we're accustomed to on the bigger whip wad and the Magnum whip wad. All of those special details. Remember the wads in the tails that makes it a whip wad? They're there, guys. Right there. Wad, 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 and all of that beautiful detail is in there. Jason told me it took his smallest tool with all of those little passes to accomplish this. It is something else. I chose to open up with that color because I was excited to use my new Double Dazzle June Bug by Barlow's. So before we get into our two other colors today, let's head over to the lead, pour some jig heads, and try out this new June Bug.
Boom, boom, there's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your tracks. It's that chance that you've been waiting for. It's the light coming through the cracks. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life shows an open road, you know you should ride it. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road. This open road. This open road.
And there they are, 1/32 on the bottom, 1/16 on the top. Isn't that fantastic? Man, pairing up that Double Dazzle June Bug with this pattern, mercy sakes alive. Size 4 hooks, as you saw on both of these, but you could probably drop down to a size 6 as long as that mold would pour correctly. But those will fish all day as is. Absolutely dynamite. And in the water, holy moly, that tail just goes to town. You know that that's going to get the attention of quite a few crappie, panfish, and the like. Next half cup, ready to rock and roll. We are going to play with some colors I have yet to dive into. They are both fluorescent, nice and bright. Top is going to be Flow Lime, so fluorescent lime, once again by Lureworks. Your guess is as good as mine on this stuff. So let's start out with 10. Well, actually no, it's a half cup. Let's start out with like 8. What do we think here? We want some measure of saturation so our colors stand up to each other. You can kind of see that stir down through. Let's up it to 12. There we go. Yeah. I think that's going to do just fine, especially when we add some flake, and we're going to do offsetting flakes. Sometimes I like to do that. I think it's interesting. So our bottom color is going to be fluorescent orange. More on that in a second. So we need holographic orange for the top. 1/16 of a teaspoon. Not going to be bashful. Setting up on me just a little bit, but you get the idea. I think that's going to work out just fine. Alright, we got our fluorescent lime in the microwave warming back up, and our second half cup is ready to go. As I mentioned, fluorescent orange to go along with, another Lureworks color. Let's just match it up with 12 and hope they're the same transparency. Oh yeah, nice and bright. Transparency looks good. You guessed it, holographic green, because we're doing the offsets, right? 1/16 of a teaspoon, just like before. Oh yeah, ooh, I like that one a lot. Wow. Open pores, orange belly, orange throat. A lot of potential with that one. Alright, same setup, 4-ounce dual. The green is on the left, which is going to be my top color. The orange, of course, on the belly. Beautiful. What do you think? Is it gonna work? A little bit more translucent on the injector here, but that could be cool. Oh man, okay. Wow, very translucent. Learning some colors today, aren't we? But that looks pretty sweet. Look at that. Still such a clean laminate. Clear water, something like this, dynamite. There they are out. Took the plate out from the middle. Very cool. That was the green side we've already seen. And there's the orange. I've noticed the top in both of these shots, I'm getting more of one color than the rest, but then by the time it gets down into the others, I'm getting a nice clean laminate. So I'm going to experiment a little, maybe not holding down as much pressure at the end. Like as soon as I feel it filled up, I just kind of release. A lot of times I can kind of shove, when you're shoving it down in there, you can kind of push things around unnecessarily. So we'll try that on the next one, see if it works. But either way, those are all going to fish. I'm going to set up for our last laminate, and while I do so, you guys can enjoy some fish catches. There we go. Nice crappie. It's cold, but they're still eating. Oh, there's one. He hit it twice. He wanted it so bad he hit it twice. Get up here, crappie. Yesterday, Maple delivered. Today is a good morning at the Joker. First half cup of our final build today. How can we not bust out the color shift, right? I mean, come on. But that means we need a white belly. So let's start with that. Barlow's Tackle White Pearl Powder. Gonna go with a 1/16 of a teaspoon on this guy as well. So I want these layers to stand up to one another. That's nice, but I feel like it needs a little something extra. Dangerous pigment right there, boys. White. One drop will do a lot. I really want to drive home the white. I want it to be a little bit more saturated on the belly. Let's do 2 drops. See what that looks like. Pearl, white pearl, has a tendency on its own to almost turn silverish when it's combined in a laminate. So I'm trying to maintain a little bit more white. Yeah, there we go. If you didn't want to go that route, one of my other favorite pigments that I've used here on the channel a number of times is Silk Pearl by Lureworks. That one has a lot more white in it, so we could have used that too, but wanted to use this white pearl from Barlow's today. But that looks dynamite. Second cup, or second half cup, and yes, it is time for color shift. Went back to my Amazon stock, this Chartreuse, and I pulled out blue, gold, green. Just sounded like it would be awesome against a white belly. And if I recall, this Amazon mica powder color shift stuff is pretty thick, yeah. So I think a 1/16 is all we're going to need. All right, here we go. That right there. Really tried not to push on it once I felt that resistance. Let's see if that did the trick. This guy is almost cooled off. How about one more fish catch before we take a look? Oh, good one, good one. Hit it on the fall. Oh yeah, look at that guy. I can't get enough of it. This is the 1/32 ounce, by the way. Yesterday at Maple was 1/16. A little slower fall. It's just too much for them to resist. Oh yeah. Oh, good bite, and that looks like a bigger one. They are out to munch today. Oh, heck yeah, great crappie. Take a look at that guy. That's a good one right there. I don't know about you all, but I could do this all day. There we go. Ooh, baby. Ooh. Man, look at the green and that gold. Goodness gracious me. Those are fantastic. And let's look at our top. There's the white. Yeah, it definitely helped. Still not quite as clean as those next ones down, but for sure has a better, more lamination rather than before. So I'm going to be shooting this just like what I showed you. As soon as you feel resistance, let up. There's more than enough Plastisol up in here. These are tiny baits. They're not going to draw, they're not going to pull a whole lot, so you don't need to keep pressure on it and keep it going to avoid denting. I mean, I have yet to see any denting in any of these shots. Bring it down, nice steady pressure or nice steady injection, and as soon as you feel that resistance, let it go. And that's the kind of results you can expect. Mercy sakes, these are gorgeous. These are a winner, as were our other builds today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you want to see more, check out the link below. Otherwise, until the next build, see you guys in the shop.